Nothing quite like the comforts of home. And for so many in the NASCAR community, this is the home track. Charlotte Motor Speedway, the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, the North Carolina Education Lottery 200. It's presented by Blue Emu. Getting ready for round 10 of the Camping World Truck Series campaign. Let's go trackside to get the command.
Good evening. I'm Mark Mahalko, Executive Director of the North Carolina Education Lottery. We're excited to see NASCAR racing again and proud again to sponsor the NCEL 200. For NASCAR and Charlotte Motor Speedway, thank you for all your support of a great North Carolina tradition. And thanks to all the NASCAR fans for your support of the Education Lottery. Now, drivers, start your engines.
Go ahead, fire up when you're ready. I'll let you know when they will.
And we're racing at Charlotte.
Now remember, we couldn't get through here by ourselves earlier today, Vince. How are they going to handle it side by side? Perfectly so far up front.
Boy, that was the tricky spot that they just are going through now. Turn 2, we saw that in practice earlier today.
Look at these guys just hustling already down low on the back straightaway.
Track a lot different after Xfinity practice and Cup cars on track as well. So that traction compound run in a little bit better, we presume, as Sheldon Creed will come across and lead lap 1.
Yeah, that's no surprise. Creed had the fastest truck on the consecutive lap averages, so look for him to be really strong tonight. GMS brought a really fast truck to Darlington. Now we see speed here at Charlotte. The season so far has been all about Thor Sport and Kyle Busch Motorsports, Vince, and I know GMS has put a lot of effort in this Charlotte race.
Zane Smith, number 21, and that red and white, ran third to Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch here last year. Great view of the back end of that 21 truck from the perspective of Tyler Ankrum. Final lap here in stage 1. Sheldon Creed, it has been a dominating performance. He has led all 29 laps so far here in this stage.
How about that, Vince? When a plan comes together, you know, the team says we need to develop new parts and pieces, and they get them all together. On paper, it looks good. And, man, on the racetrack, it's looking good as well.
Pretty good on that stopwatch. He won 11 stages in 2020, had not won yet this season until right now. Sheldon Creed, first stage win of 2021. And there's Brett Holmes.
Big damage.
Heavy damage to that 32. We were under caution. The 15 of Tanner Gray had gone around exiting turn 4. And there's a look at Holmes.
Looked like he got down on the apron and maybe kicked himself loose, and Tanner Gray became a part of that problem. It started, it looked like, with Holmes clipping the apron. You saw the sparks flying. Nice job by Jack Wood and that 24 truck slipping through the middle of that mess.
Well, good news for Tanner Gray fans. Didn't look like he made contact with the wall, but he'll need a fresh set of those good years. Not so fortunate if you're rooting for Brett Holmes, last year's ARCA Menard Series champion.
Might have, should have, not have.
Let's get this restart. See if that outside lane has a little better start this time than it did the time before. Sheldon Creed getting a big bump and a big wiggle.
And we're 3 wide.
Yep. Yeah, that outside lane didn't get rolling again. And now Creed is dropping back a handful of positions. Wow. Put 3 wide. Dangerous position.
Do I count 4 wide? I mean, yeah, this is just the way these race restarts go. So aggressive. Can Todd hang on to it? No.
Gilliland and Creed going around, and the caution is going to come back out. And then the 23 of Purdy gets hit at the last moment. Mike, that all started by Creed not getting a go at the restart, and he ended up getting shuffled back and put himself in a bad position.
Yeah, a lot of time your restart is dictated by your pusher. What kind of guy you got behind you, if you can get a good shove. And we saw that inside lane really hook up and get going. And then Todd Gilliland just dives into turn 3 and can't hold his truck straight because he was so close to Sheldon Creed. They were side by side.
Here's Zane Smith for the restart on the inside, and Austin Hill on the outside. and it's going to be a sprint to the finish. 1 lap left in stage 2.
What about some of the players we got up front? Here comes Austin Hill with a nice shove from Ty Majeski in the 66. Ty has done a great job getting toward the front.
And that's Derek Kraus in the 19 right behind Zane Smith.
There we go, 4 wide again.
Fanning out, battling for the lead. Hill and Zane Smith still side by side through 3.
Oh, and there's contact.
Austin Wayne Self, who is 11th in the playoff standings going around, but Zane Smith's going to bring it through and take his first stage win of the season.
Self was able to spin and not get collected.
Not quite the advantage that it has been in the past, as you see some significant smoke coming from the back end of Crafton. Oh, a big wreck. Drew Dollar involved in that.
That has every look of...
Oh. Johnny Sauter
tore his whole side off.
Destroyed.
That has the look of Vince, somebody trying to get to pit road maybe, and wow, hope Johnny's okay. That looks terrible.
We saw Drew Dollar slide down into the infield as well, and there's the 13 truck of Sauter just absolutely destroyed. So Hutchins has already had his issue and has come off the wall, but had been scrubbing the wall for a while yet, and then Sauter and Dollar came up.
When you saw John Hunter was behind them, he still had a great deal of speed too, so the caution must not have been out yet, and the drivers didn't know that Hutchins was just going to be setting in the road. Oh, you could see Sauter wouldn't be able to see through the 51 truck of Dollar. And look, the speed that John Hunter has coming in there.
I guess Johnny's spotter, the veteran Tab Boyd, had radioed that he just did not see the 14 and where the 14 was on track, and you know, that's a similar spot, Mike, where we talked about earlier that seemed like maybe is a vulnerable position for the spotters. Yeah, that outside of turn on the exit of 4 as they come toward the tri-oval area.
And Hutchins' truck is black, so that probably made it a little more difficult to see at night against the black asphalt.
Phillips, the winningest crew chief in Camping World Truck Series history, and he's got a driver the capabilities of John Hunter Nemechek, who certainly is one of the top drivers, if not the top driver in the series when you look back at his experience in the Cup, at the Cup level.
No doubt.
And just 23 years old.
What about the problems for Todd Gilliland in 5th and Chandler Smith? We talked about this 18 truck needed a new right rear fender. Well, Vince, they gave him one, and he's all the way up to 6th position. You see the repairs there on the right side. So a great recovery from this young racer.
The final lap for John Hunter Nemechek. Carson Hocevar in his shadow. But something's going to have to go wrong for Nemechek if Hocevar is going to catch him.
He's closing, Vince.
He is indeed, but Nemechek still with a little bit of a gap. Under 4/10. Wow. John Hunter Nemechek is going to hold off Carson Hocevar, and Nemechek wins for the 3rd time this season.
Thank you. Fast truck. I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you. This is our baby right here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Eric. Thank you, guys. Everyone at KBM, Kyle, Toyota, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
6th win of the season for KBM. You've got those 3 wins for John Hunter. Kyle's got a couple, and remember Martin Truex Jr. won on the dirt at Bristol.
You know, when you go to Victory Lane with your roof caved in, you know it was a pretty interesting night.
Well, and how that could have derailed his chances very easily.
Hear the fans. That's a great feeling for John Hunter to get to experience getting out and saluting the fans. Really appreciate all the NASCAR fans that come out and enjoy the races with us.
9th career win for the 23-year-old from Mooresville, North Carolina. And as you said, Mike, winning at home, what a sweet feeling it is. He said he was going to come back to the Truck Series to win races, collect trophies. He had nothing else in mind but just winning, to show everyone that he was still a driver more than capable of winning if you gave him the equipment to do it in, and he has done just that.
He hashtagged it too, Vince, for the wins.
Yep.
In that Ford truck, and he has performed at every level.
Regan Smith is with the winner.
Hunter Nemechek, quite the day. You started your day off with damage to the right rear of your truck. The second lap on the racetrack, you recovered to win the race tonight.
Yeah, you came and saw me earlier, and I told you we had a fast truck, only running, I think, 10 laps total in practice. So hats off to all my guys, Eric Phillips, all of my guys that work on this thing, everyone at KBM, the chassis shop, Fab Shop, just everyone and all their effort, Mobile One, TRD, Toyota, Kyle for this opportunity. Just so thankful, so blessed to be in this spot. And how about this crowd? It's awesome to have all you guys back.
So cool to have the crowd here. A little bit more good news for you also. The Wampley Triple Truck Challenge, an extra $50,000 in your pocket tonight.
Yeah, honestly, I forgot about that. So thank you to Wampley, Marcus Lemonis, Camping World, everyone that makes this series happen. One of the greatest series right here in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. So awesome. Sadly, Aspen's in bed at home, but Taylor's here. So hopefully we can celebrate and have some fun tonight.
Hunter Nemechek, your winner at Charlotte.
For more great NASCAR on Fox content, subscribe to our channel. It's somewhere right around here.